Want to live free of self-doubt and negative judgments of yourself? Want to finally know your greatest gifts and talents and how to use them in the world? I'm Carol Tuttle, and I'm the creator of Dressing Your Truth and Energy Profiling, and I have the simplest method to help you get rid of all that self-doubt, internal judgments, critical thinking, and questioning yourself in one simple process. And I'm going to share with you what that is today. But first, thank you for coming to my channel. I have some of the best personal development resources here on YouTube, and I want to help you live your truth. In fact, I want you to live your truth so much, that's what I named my company. My company's name is Live Your Truth. In my body of work called Energy Profiling, which I teach you about in this outstanding book, if you go on Amazon, you're going to see that it has hundreds of 5-star reviews from the readers that have gotten a lot of benefit from it. I teach you a system called Energy Profiling that teaches you about 4 types. Well, what are the energy profiling types? I'm going to go over them each briefly and recommend you go take my free course at dressingyourtruth.com/free offer. That has at the very first of the course a easy to navigate and very entertaining and enlightening energy profiling segment that teaches you about the 4 types. So I'm going to give you an overview today. Then you're going to go take the free course and really learn more about them. Your next step would be get the book and go get into even more understanding, because honestly, this will change your whole perception of your world. In fact, I just got on my phone today, I was on my Instagram channel, and I just read this today, and I get messages like this all the time. This woman wrote to me and said, it's right here, you can see it. You are doing incredible work. I felt led to say that to you in this moment. Your body of work has changed the way I view everything. And as you're aware, perception is everything. You help me see that I am a type 4. Anyway, have a wonderful day. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have the self-understanding that just immediately drops away all this self-criticism and self-doubt. So let's start looking at the 4 types. Type 1, and this is a movement-based system. The biggest mistake people make coming into my 4-type system is they start to think it's personality. So I'm going to give you that heads up right away. You've got to put personality over here. You've got to put it to the side, because guess what? Your personality developed based on what was required of you, what your parents wanted from you. You were trying to get your needs met. You were becoming someone that was compatible to what your parents wanted you to be rather than living your true nature. So think of the word personality as your persona, and persona is a created expression. It's not the truth of who you are. Now, some aspects of your personality or your types coming through that, but the bigger quality of who you are is you're born with it. It's innate in you, and it's a movement. It's a quality of expression that expresses through your body language, your facial features, your thought and feeling processes, your behavioral tendencies, and your personality. But I would put personality as the least accurate assessment tool. So type 1, the movement is upward and out, buoyant, a quality of being effervescent, enthusiastic. And a lot of type 1s will see that in themselves, but then they'll question if they're happy enough. I'm not always happy. Well, no one's ever happy all the time, but you have a bounce in your step, a quality of hopefulness, of possibility. A type 1 will meet the world with hope, possibility. Their gift is ideas. They have more of a random quality to their movement and a connect-disconnect quality. They're the most easily engaged in a social setting. That doesn't mean they always want to be social or that they're highly social people all the time. They just have this ability to chit-chat when given the opportunity and connect with people readily. They're typically someone that meets you with a smile and a brightness and a hope in their energy. Type 2, now the energy shifts, where type 1 moved up and out. Think of water. I like to teach this, and you'll see this in my free course. Water has a quality of the four types, the movement of the four types. When water's boiling, it has a lot of bubbles, and what's happening? It's evaporating, it's moving up and out. When you move into type 2 energy now, the movement starts to relax, downward, soft, cascading flow. It's a gentler movement. It's a calmer movement. In fact, it induces calmness in us. We feel it. Let's pretend you're sitting on the banks of a river. Have you ever seen the Mississippi River? I've had the good fortune of being able to spend time along that river, and it's very deep and powerful. But on the surface, it hardly looks like it's moving. It's a calm, steady flow with great depth, with just power in its steadiness. So type 2, water moves like the Mississippi River in type 2 energy. So it's a quality of staying connected. Type 2 people have a gift for noticing details and gathering details and creating plans and strategies to help move forward in a way that we're connecting on a path so things work out more smoothly with a gentle quality to their presence. So type 2 has this movement of relaxing us. And quite often, type 2 people, where type 1s will think on the negative side and they'll judge themselves as just, they've got to be more serious. I want people to take me more seriously. And they might have been judged as being ditzy or forgetful or irresponsible. And type 2s can be judged negatively as too shy and too passive. You need to get out there more. You need to speak up. And these are all false claims. You're working against yourself by trying to effort that in yourself. So do you think you're type 1 or type 2? Do you know your type? Share in a comment. What do you know so far about yourself? Have you been judging those qualities, if you're a type 1 or a type 2, as negatives, and you're getting light bulbs going on, ahas, insights? Share in a comment how this is helping you and why you want to know this, because honestly, it will change your life, and I'm here to help you with that change. Type 3 energy now. This is a different quality of movement. I am a type 3. You probably notice it in some of my character traits. For one, it's a push forward movement with determination. So it's an outward movement, but it's not light and airy like type 1. It's got a drive to it, a forward push, an oomph. You see it in the volume of my voice. My body language has more directness to it, and I am living my truth and expressing myself that way. And it's interesting to me when we have a history of not such a favorable experience with someone of a type we seem to be turned off by. Maybe you had a negative experience with type 1 over an extended period of time, or a type 2. Maybe your negative experience came with a type 3 or a type 4, and you'll learn about that in a moment. So maybe there might be, if it were type 3, I could trigger you. It could really bring some old stuff up for you, and you'll project that on me and go, oh, that irritates me. But this is old energy you want to free yourself of so that you're able to engage with the gifts of people, not your negative perceptions of what that represents for you. So in the type 3 movement, there's a quality of moving things into action, getting things done with a force and a determination. Now, type 3 people can also be told that they take things over. They take charge too often, and they're too aggressive, or they're too loud, and they need to settle down. That's the negative quality. So type 3 people are going to try and soften themselves, but it always comes out. It always comes forward. Your true nature will always find its way to be expressed. Type 4 movement moves into a quality of being direct, of being, why don't I use direct is more type 3 with the punch. It's more linear. The movement has a quality of being more placid, still. Now, that doesn't mean you're a sit around the house, never do anything kind of person, but there's a quality of inner stillness that supports you in the gifts of being able to have a keen eye, to see the world through this keen eye, and then to notice what's out of balance, what's not as efficient. You would be someone that would have this visual capacity to see you would notice a picture in a room hanging crooked and see the imbalance there. The movement is precise, still, has a bold quality. Now, water in type 3 energy, I forgot to tell you about that. I do want to share that with you. Would be like Niagara Falls, a forceful push that can create a reaction like electricity. Water expressing as type 4 would be like a placid, still lake or like an iceberg, frozen water. It's exact, it's still. It has a quality of thoroughness to it. And type 4 people get pegged as being know-it-alls, or they're told that they're too serious, they need to be more social, and they will try and effort themselves to be more social and be more friendly, only to go home and be exhausted and want to be alone for 2 or 3 days because it's not their nature. And so those are the general overview of the 4 types. Like I said, this is just to get your mind thinking, considering what type I am. I don't think you can profile yourself quite yet if this is new to you. So go take my free course, dressingyourtruth.com/free offer. The 4 types are connected with my dressing system called Dressing Your Truth. It's the very first section that you'll be able to view at no cost to you. And I give this away because too many people are misunderstanding themselves. Too many people are criticizing themselves for perceived flaws when those flaws are truly their gifts. And I want to help you stop doing that because the world needs us to come forward and really contribute our best selves, our greatest gifts, what we come here to contribute and participate in. And you cannot do that if you're shutting yourself down or questioning or apologizing for yourself. You're not as useful to yourself, to your family, to humanity. And I'm really committed to helping people show up and make a difference in the world. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the bell so you get notified when I've got another phenomenal personal development video that's been posted here on YouTube. Share this with a friend that needs support, that's feeling lost and confused in their life, and thanks for liking the video.